Good morning, world. Hello, 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 hello. Whoa. Just don't move that, because if I move that, things fall down. So let's start that again. Good morning, world. Sorry about the noise. Move my hot air station, and my hot air station thing has just fallen off the shelf. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. 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 Thought I'd wake everyone up with that loud clatter and see what's what. And just do a quick early morning stream. Got a busy few days. So struggled to get anything squashed in. So I thought if I do it now, we just might be able to get some. Hey, good morning, James. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, world. Good morning. Oh dear me. I thought if I sneak this one in before Andy gets going this morning, at least it's woke everybody up by dropping me hot air station. I've probably done that as well. How's everybody? How's everybody? I've got my office is so cold this morning. My little dainty fingers, and we all agree they are dainty. They're blue. They are blue. I've got a little fan heater on, trying to warm office up. Dog's laid in front of it. I think she's up to about 900 degrees. She's a proper hot dog. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, there's a family of penguins camping out in the corner because they find it lovely. Lovely and chilly. I'm not expecting a lot of people in today, and I'm not really expecting a lot of No, I can't even talk this early in the morning. Interactions. 9:05. My brain doesn't get going until 11. That's if I've got a brain. But hey, so it is a busy day. I've got the fan heater on. We're going to get hot air station on just to warm up. I've got the PC on, and one of my fans is rattling its bearings off. So I need to sort that out. And it is bin day, trash day if you're not in UK, but bin day, and we all know how noisy bin day is. They're not exactly the quietest. So anyway, I presume I am live. I have got two viewers according to YouTube stream. So yeah, we'll have a look. If we get, I'll talk to myself most of the day anyway, me and dog. So I'll just pretend I'm streaming to dog, and that'll do us. That will do. Just click on that. There we go. There we go. Analytics and yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I have got this morning. Just got the screws put back in here, but we've got this. And dog says, "Can we stream that?" Because she's wanting to do that. But I've told her that's maybe later. Maybe later. We'll see how it goes. Take it dead. And every time she drops it, I can see my audio meter peaking its nuggets off. So I'll just knock that down a little bit. Yeah, this one here came in last week, I think it was. Really, really nice machine. Not worked on one of these before. Nice little Dell. She'll have a run if she repairs it. She'll have a cold outside. I don't know if I mentioned, I used to run with her. We used to run about somewhere around 5 to 10k, and she comes cycling with me as well. And we used to do about 15 to 20 miles cycling. How she rode a bike is beyond me, but she did. Anyway, since I've been injured, because I injured me, I tore my hamstring in February this year. Carried on running through it. Cut a long story short, I've put a hole in my meniscus in my right knee. Dog, that's my mouse you just pulled off. So she really hasn't been exercising that much, and then she had that condition in summer where she couldn't exercise, so she's absolutely stir crazy. So she's on a bit of a diet now because she's certainly put a winter weight on. She's like a dried up capacitor. She's a bit swollen at the moment, so she's on that. So she's getting back into more of an active routine. So answer to your question, which I've gone round all the houses for, is yeah, she'll get a walk. She'll get a walk. She's sat down here at the moment. Going, oh please just take me for a walk. Stand up. There we go. Look up here. What's this? Look up here. Say hello to them all. Say, woof. Come on, speak. Speak. You don't want to entertain them, do you, in the morning? You just like, just give me some attention. That's all I want, is a little bit of attention. Yeah. So we're going to have dog cam this morning, I think. We're going to have dog cam. But hey-ho. Hey-ho, hey-ho, hey-ho. Where's my thingy bob? So yeah, she'll get a walk this morning. She'll get a walk. I was out late last night. Went to a Miss Tony stream. Went to a morning MK. Morning MK. Morning. There's nothing to hear really. I'm just I'm waffling more than out MK. Waffling. I went to an REM by candlelight concert. Not done one of them before, which was really, really good. I'm here. I don't know if anybody's ever done one, but I would recommend one. They Andy's driving. Yeah, did REM by candlelight, and I was really impressed with it. They basically filled the stage and the theatre. The theatre we went to holds 89 people, so you can imagine the size of it. It's tiny theatre, so it's really intimate and close. And there's a white piano on stage, all surrounded by tea lights, candles of all different shapes and sizes, all flickering. And then there's a keyboard there as well. And there's one guy, and he was brilliant. Morning, Carthor. Good morning, our international friend. Yeah, and then he did hits by REM. And I don't know if anyone's a fan of REM, but here's a little puzzle and a teaser for you. Seeing as we've got 1,417 people in chat, one of you's got to get it. Off 1,416 now. Which REM song, if you know REM, is probably one of the most popular hits? It's got 3 verses in it. All the words are the same in each verse, and the chorus is only one word. I don't have a clue, but I'll guarantee that you've heard of the song. But yeah, there's a bit of a puzzle. But anyway, I digress. So we're going to look at this one this morning. We're going to look at that one. Yeah, so problem with this one. Dropped off. Customer had tried to repair it himself because it went off all of a sudden, stopped working. So he'd had to back off, disconnect the battery, had to go resetting it, didn't work. When I plug a USB-C, I'm really bad at song names, I would probably know it. Well, do you know what? I'll sing it to you in a minute. It's this one goes out to the one I love. Well, it's not I am, it's fire is the chorus. So this one goes out to the one I love. There's 4 lines in each verse, and the verses just repeat themselves 3 times. That's the entirety of the song, and the chorus is fire, one word. That's it. So if you like it, have a listen, and then you'll realise what I mean. Really bizarre. But anyway, I digress yet again. I've been talking for 8 minutes and not really said anything. Plug power meter in, pulls 5 volts, won't trigger up from there. I've given it a quick test around the board. There's no apparent shorts apart from there's a 30 ohm short on the coil for the CPU, which seems a bit high, but not uncommon. Certainly for more modern laptops. So I'm thinking it's obviously something on power delivery. Battery's got 10 volts in it. It's not working off battery. It's pulling what were it pulling 120 milliamps, something like that. So yeah, that's something to look at. Oh, on that morning Oldham. Good morning, Oldham. This is just your interim fix until Andy gets ready to rock and roll later. So I'm the warm-up act for the main event later on. I don't know if you call it a woman. You need to leave me alone, dog. She's pestering hell out of me. I know everybody'd rather just see her, but I know she looks cute. But you just right. Go lay down. Go on. Go get in your bed. There we go. Now she's back. I'm not going in there. It's cold. My living room got down to 12 degrees last night. What? Freezing. So I'm going to quickly just stick the screws back in here, and then we'll get onto that little dell. How's the weather with everybody? Because I know some of us are a bit... Maybe not stream yet. Here is cold. -12. Do you live in a freezer? I know where you live, actually. But -12. I mean, I'm complaining that it got down to +12. I'm here and I can hear. He's a poet and he didn't know it. My dog questions all sorts. My dog, morning worms, morning worms, morning worms, worms. My dog questions everything that I do. I'll often say to her, how do I look this morning? And do you know what she says? Rough. Oh dear. Yeah, jokes don't get any better either. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm here all week. What is wrong with this laptop? This one, nothing. I repaired this one yesterday. I'm just putting screws in this one. We've got a very puzzling little dell, which as soon as I've got screws in here, we'll be moving on to. I just don't have time to clear the desk area. What is it? So, thanks for letting me know. Here's. Oh, there we go. That's because you've not subscribed. Subscribe. Not saying a word. Not saying a word to my moderator. It's 1 degree in Poland, I think you are here, MK. Am I correct in thinking that? I have subbed. Where's the unsubscribe button? Right next to the subscribe button. Just make sure you don't hit it twice. I keep getting somebody coming in and out. Stuck on 190 subs. What you have 1C. Why do we have -12 here in North Sweden? Okay. Right, let's get rid of this. The coldest I did, but I did Lapland a couple of years ago one Christmas. And I know Lapland it covers about 5 or 6 different countries. And I would highly recommend it for anybody who's not been. Certainly at Christmas, it was amazing. But I think that got down. They said they had a heat wave the week before, and it was -10. And when I was there, I think it was about -18. Let's get this one out of the way. That was good. Somebody's cancelled. That's always good. And right, gents. Obviously, a bit like Andy. If I get a phone call or a knock on the door, I will just pop you guys on pause for 2 ticks whilst I deal with it, and I'll be as quick as I possibly can. So forewarned, forearmed, and everything else. Let me grab my USB meter. My USB meter box. Ah, you live in Sweden. Ah, right, that'll be why, MK, sorry. Just with it saying PL at the end, that's what was throwing me. Use that little needle just there. Get this one connected up. Yeah, so busy week this week. It was my birthday the other weekend. I think I mentioned that on a few of the streams. So I've decided to have well, it's been planned for a while, a party this weekend. And, you know, it is, you invite a few people, invite a few people, invite a few people. I'm expecting, I don't know, probably about 15 people or so. Just not a big thing. Last count, I had 41 people coming. I'm like, where am I going to put them all? Where, you can't even open. I can't even open doors and put them in garden. So I've now invited neighbours as well, which has added a few more to it, just because I didn't want to upset them. And that did make a mistake a couple of years ago. Excuse me, with the party. I lived in a different house at the time, and It was for a big number, let's say, big number, and we ended up with the party, and we got a bit carried away with invites, and we had 192 people turn up for the party. So we did have just over 200 confirmed. We're so glad. And we ended up having we had one of these mobile magicians in the garden going around showing people the the close-up magic, walking around people in the garden. We had a hog roast in one corner of the garden. We had a karaoke bar and whatnot. Yeah, that was a good party. That was a good party. I like to party. I do like to party. But anyway, right, let's have a look at this. See if we can zoom down just so we can see what I am talking about. 5-volt supply, we'll just plug it in. And I'm hoping, welcome world. So 4.97, I think everyone can probably, I'm hoping that's in focus anyway. Yeah. And it just basically sticks at that. Even if this is no battery connected, I will just press the power button's a really strange one at the side. That's power button being pressed. You can see it's trying to draw 0.02, 200 milliamps, and it just doesn't. It's reacting to power button, that's why it's flickering with voltage. But it's even with power button held to do a reset, it doesn't flicker off. So it's. And if I connect the battery, which is a really pain on this one to do, such a strange battery connector because it's covered with a chunk of metal. Cover the battery connector and do the same test. It does the same on both power ports and both orientations. Yeah, it's not negotiating power delivery. I have got a little fan heater, so if you do hear some noise, gents, it's probably just a fan heater coming on and off. It is rather cold. So even with battery connected, you can see pressing power button. Right, and pressing power button now with battery connected, it's not doing it. That's Postman. Actually, that'll be Amazon. So it's not doing anything different really with battery, as you can see. Trying, but it's just cycling. I'm not actually pressing power button now. It's still doing the same cycle now. Battery's connected. So yeah, very similar to what it was doing before. Slight different behaviour, but not anything significant. Hello, little doggy. Watch out of the way, dog. Oh. I thought, did somebody do I seen then? Is that why that came on? You can say hello. Say hello to worms. Speak. There you go. She said good morning, worms. Good morning. Say good morning to you. Good girl. Right, go lie down. Go lie down. Oh. She's a brilliant dog. She's wonderful. I get an awful lot of people coming, and she thinks everyone's coming to see her. Can I just say, how expensive is DDR4 RAM? How expensive is that? 150 quid, which is, what's that? 170 euros, 165 euros, about $180. 32 gigabytes of DDR4. It's more expensive than DDR5. What? I know AI farms are stealing out silicon, but come on, let's be honest. It's I don't need your ball. I'm gonna hide your ball there. You can have that when we've repaired this. Unless you help, you're not having it. Told you, we're going to trade you in for a cat, because cats can repair computers. Yeah, go and sulk. Come on. Yeah, DDR4 RAM, more expensive. I think it's because they realise that people need it. So I've got back short and kills, but could find it a dearer. Lowest price when I could buy. I mean, this stuff, what were we paying a year ago for 32 gig of RAM? I bet you could pick a decent one up for about 70 quid. So it's like doubled in price. But I was looking at hard drives as well. Some hard drives I buy have more than quadrupled in price over the last 6 months. What Unbelievable. Yeah, it's just crazy. Just crazy, but it's one of those, isn't it? If it goes, you need to replace it. Can't use a computer without it. I had... Wow. I must have had well over 200 to 300 sticks of RAM. Yeah, I mean, it only seems to be going one way. Does RAM price. Does RAM price. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let's get back to business. Let's get my multimeter. Multimeter on the go. Local. And we want to be in... put it in beat mode. Okay. Is background noise okay, gentlemen and ladies? I have tried to mess with the noise gate. I just don't want it to be incredibly noisy with every ding. Oh, it's snowing. We've got snow falling outside. Wonderful. Got snow falling now. Just seen it on CCTV. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... I was looking at the DJI Mini. I think he mentioned that he would recommend as well. Brilliant, thank you. Sounds good. Yeah, I was looking at the DJI. I've got a Blue Yeti with a boom arm. It's quite a small office, this. And I bought it off Facebook Marketplace. I only paid £40 for it with boom arm, and it's a Rode boom arm. And it's the Blue Yeti, the big one. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna move to one of the DJI things, because I think I can get my money back on this. They are a decent thing. Let's zoom down. But there are lots of things I want to do. If I stick with it, but I'm only going to stick with it if you all hit like and subscribe. Is that the grey Blue Yeti? It's a black Blue Yeti. The arm is so sturdy, I must say. Anyway, we're in beat mode. I'm just going to put my overexposure. It'll correct. At least I can see what I'm doing. It's a bit dark in here. Get in there and image. Put my exposure back down and auto focus, auto exposure. Better. Go down to bottom again. It's in pieces for a reason. You didn't put 400 volts to it like Carthor suggested, did you? Is that why it's in pieces? Let's find a ground. Right, so if we start testing that, open on that coil. Just disconnect battery again. Open. This coil here has got 35 ohms on that coil, which is CPU power rail, isn't it, that one? Yeah, bags of ohmage there, 136, which I presume is the this will be... Oh, that weren't doing that the other day. We have a short. That's interesting. Just put this over to resistance mode. Did I just not get a good contact when I did this the other day? Oh, that's interesting. Can we all see that down there? Yeah, the Blue Yeti I've got here, I did buy it used, like I was saying, and it worked fine. And then I'd got a sticky out USB mini or whatever it plugs into it, in it, and I moved the arm, and it just basically ripped it off. So I've had to do a little bit of a repair on mine to get it back working. Then I just bought a right angle one. Yeah, we have a short. What coil is that? It's a square one. Sorry about being... It is... That picture quality looks horrendous. Let's just check that one next to it. I think this is the battery coil. No, that one's fine. It's that one there. So I would say, oh, battery's over here, isn't it? I'm not too sure what that one is. Could this just be? Could this just be say hello to my little friend? I don't know. And then replace it in the next stream. Are we allowed to mention Uncle Soren's name? Is Tony on stream? I found Tony's stream very informative, in fairness, and whatnot. And I think he had a valid point to the fact that if it was wrong information for purpose of selling, I agree. But everyone has a I like square ones, not GPU. No, I think GPU's basically further aboard. This one is this one here. It's PL301, whatever that is. But yeah, definitely. Oh, it's changing in resistance. Let's see if I can get a better ground, rather than. Yeah, it's better. Got a better ground now. Definitely that one there. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's 6 2/3 to that. But I mean, I've been guilty of that. I look at some people you put some trust or faith in to give you right advice, and I mean, in fairness, the microscope I've got, I bought because somebody I respect with their opinion said this is the one to have, and I bought it, and I have not been disappointed at all. And that was JFix James. I trust his research and everything else, and I think anybody who knows James will probably agree. So yeah, I trusted James with that. Same as my multimeter as well. I've got the 01 1241. I looked at some research on that online, just YouTube videos, and that seemed popular. Same as the hot air station and the soldering iron. So a lot of the new gear I've got, but some of the older gear I probably bought because it came through some reviews, and I really shouldn't have done. But you learn over time, don't you? People you can trust or think you can thingy bob in. So anyway, I ain't got a clue what that coil is. So should we? It's not pulling any current, so we're not going to pull any. See if we've got any voltage anywhere. Oh, I can't do that on there. That's why I didn't do that. Sorry. So let me move that there. And back to all. Yeah, problem with YouTube nowadays, there's that much false information on you know, marketing ones, these big companies, some of these review sites which appear to be legitimate, then they're just not. And I know why they do it. They do it because they're a money-making business and they earn commission from promoting a crap brand. But again, you would expect maybe a YouTube creator, let's say, rather than a business, to do it. I think good case in point is Northridge. I know I've mentioned them before on here, but theirs is more like an infomercial now, and yeah, I think it detracts from what they are, or what the core demographic was actually originally after, which was honest reviews and everything else. And yeah, they do the research and things like that, but some of these look for a payday. I've just done a review on the little Thermal Master P1, which I'll use today actually if we get down to do that. And whilst it's a really, really nice little compact camera, I do actually say in my review that the resolution isn't the best, but it's ideal for the price point. So I think as long as you tell people as it is, I don't see a problem with that. I would probably buy one if I needed it as a first-time camera. I probably wouldn't buy one to replace the the one I've got because the resolution's not high enough. But as a first-time camera, and again, I'll probably use that to try it. It does it, and it's really good value. My dog's now throwing a ball at me. She's good like that. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to business. Yeah, we've got no voltage around the board, so what we're thinking. How much is it? How much is this? It's $129. If you look at the link in my description, I do have a 10% voucher code down there, because for the review, Thermal Master did kindly send me this, and it was an honest review that I didn't need to say anything beneficial or anything. I had it about 6-7 weeks before I did the review, in fairness, because I was trying it and using it, and I did use it a couple of times off stream to do things with, but I think you can buy it in UK for about £115. Yeah, and I will say it's not the best review. It's first kind of review that I've done. I've requested that they could send me the P3 because I think that's probably more in line compared to what I've got and might be that. So they're going to send me the P3 as well. So I'm going to be I'll try and do a better review so I can compare them, and maybe to yes dog, go get your ball. You're bugging hell out of me this morning. To do a bit more of an in-depth review on it, but yeah, I would recommend it. Maybe not for somebody who's already got a good thermal camera, first thermal camera to do that, or the definition's just not there. But we'll see if we need it. So we have a short here. So we're thinking just inject 1 volt to down here, and to that coil, and see if anything gets a little bit warm down there. Is that what we're thinking? 1 volt injection down there. And see what's what. Let's get this knocked back down. Yeah, 1 volt on coil. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I concur. And I got my injection tools ready. Might be a quick stream, this. Might have Andy ready to rock and roll. 20-minute stream, 30-minute stream. I really don't know. Just going to pop the SSD out. Just as a just-in-case measure. Come on, slide out. Yeah, blinking thing. So check that short is still there, just in case it were SSD. I very much doubt whether it was. That on there, that on there, that on there. Yeah, we've still got the scroll, so it weren't SSD. Can't take RAM out, obviously, because it's one of these stupid laptops with stupid RAM. All stupidly soldered in. Where can I put a good ground on here? I think the only place I can probably get a decent ground is probably on... Ugh, everything's so compact. Let me get my other prodder out. Morning, Sean. Morning. Another prodder out. Yeah, we just don't want that much ampage. Knock that down a bit. That'll do. Just under an amp will do me. Yeah, that's refreshing on screen as well. 1.2 and just over half an amp. Just over half an amp. Stick that out of the way. Let's have a look what we're going to be doing here. Let's just try a bit of test voltage on that coil just to make sure. We are pulling, so something's going to get warm at that. It must be a close short if it's dropping voltage down to that. Let's have a go with this little Thermal Master P1 camera. Seems we've just been talking about it. One thing I do like about it is the way it auto detects when you plug it in, which I think is quite nifty. Allow Go back to. Just going to knock the big light off. Big light. Then we won't get as much reflection. Oh dear me. Hope you keep him warm, Sean. Blinking freezing him. And some sunshine. How am I going to do this with 3 hands? Stick that in there. The vicar said. Oh, this iPhone 17 is.
The number.
Oh no! I don't want to call emergency services. No. Oh, the iPhone 17. I've just pressed something on the phone. It says call emergency services. No, I don't want to do that. With me head in this phone. I think we were discussing this the other day. That don't move. It's laying behind the chair. Yeah, that's what. Trying to minimise. Probably need to call emergency service. By the time I've electrocuted myself, I'm going to run you over, dog. You keep laying behind my chair now. You know you can't. It's because you know I'm on camera. You just want to be part of it, don't you? You just starve for. Tasted a bit of fame. Oh, tasted a bit of fame and can't live without it now. Come on, get in that hole. Right, you're going to stay there while I do this. Right. Right, we've got coverage. Coffee animal. I had a coffee this morning. I only drink coffee once a day, and yeah, it certainly keeps me awake. Just coffee. Right, I'm just going to manually shift my camera so we can have a better look at. Right, let's inject. So on that coil, you can see. You can see how cold it is. Everything looks blue. Oh, struggling to hold this. They put buttons on the side where you grip. So that's pulling 300 milliamps. It's dropped it down to 0.5 volt there. So it's certainly pulling a bit of. There's that much reflection on this board. Can't really. Oh, at least my hand's warm. Can't really say anything with that. What we will do, I'm just going to go back to the old trusty so we can see it better on camera. So I have got that one linked up. I've got my old trusty. This is the they do the same on Android when pressing the power button multiple times. Yeah, it's I honestly don't know why. I think it's something to do with that side or that side button. I'm not too sure which one it is. But there's now 3 buttons on that side, and that top one's right in my grip level because I've only just adjusted for that. And you get a 4th one down here, which is a touch sensitive button. So I really don't know. I'm not loving the phone, in fairness. It's the worst experience I've had moving from. I came from, I think, a 13 or a 14 to this, and it's probably the worst experience that I've had. On the iOS transition, not been favourable at all. Right, let's see what it's like with the old trusty. I hadn't just ordered. I ordered a couple of weeks back some switchable probes. You know, your bottom right hand corner, you'll see. So on your meter, there's your multimeter probe, there's an on and off switch, a bit similar to what Tony at Northwest Repair does. He's obviously made his himself. These switches in here, I think they're about $3, something like that. So I've ordered them, so that might be a bit easier when I start doing voltage injection. At least I can turn it on and off. And I'll show them on stream if anybody else likes the idea of that. But I'm just thinking I can turn the voltage on and off with a switch on the probe rather than taking it on and off and releasing, which will just make it a little easier. Is that their latest phone? Yeah, it's the latest one. It's the latest one. Worms. The 17. It's the Pro Max. I Do I really need the Pro Max? Probably not, but I like the form factor and the size of it. I will say they feel extraordinarily sturdy. I did a good job. I put a screen protector on because I did break the screen protector the first day I got it, as you can see there. But it has got a screen protector on. It's got one of them privacy screen things on as well, so you get to a certain angle and you can't see it, even though my phone keeps locking. Which as you can see, it's not locking there. It just kind of goes out of vision. So I do like those screen protectors. So yeah, I do like it. It's got a better camera on it. I think it's 8x optical zoom. Oh, Shedman, I need to hurry up then, don't I? I need to get me anus into gear. Oh, Shedman, I'm thinking you, Shedman being the roof man. Roof man's there, is he, Andy? That'll be a result. So yeah, going back to the iPhone, if anyone's interested, would I recommend it? Depends which one you're coming from. I've not noticed a great deal of difference in performance. They are really sturdy though, compared to my 13 or 14. But really bad transition. Really bad transition. That's amazing news that you finally got him out. Do you know what? We could actually get all my guests just to pop down to Andy's instead. Now he's got shed done. Seems like a bigger room than I've got. Let's have a go at injecting voltage again. So we're pulling. Can't see anything particularly lighting up on there. Yeah, there's nothing screaming out saying, "Come and save me, I'm cooking." No. No. Can't see anything on there. I bet you have amazing parties. I bet you have awesome parties. I bet they're really ostentatious and out there. Bit of dance music, plenty of drink, everyone enjoying themselves. I bet they're brilliant. We need a hot tub stream anyway. We've heard your neighbour's hot tub. You need to pop off the fence and jump in that and do an hot tub stream for us. I can't see anything jumping out on there, so do you think bored? All dressed up as wasps. I'm thinking in pictures now. I'm thinking in pictures. Look, that's a tick. So, do we think we increase the current just to see if I've got any more current draw, just to see if we can get a little bit higher on that? Stick that back in. Anybody want to buy a dog? Because all she's doing is whining and moaning this morning. Let's see if there's anything coming to life with a little bit of more juice. Can't seem to get a good. Nothing on that side. Just doesn't seem to want to. Come on, give me a decent ground, you blinking thing. that earth? Sorry, the ground just don't want to play this morning. Can't seem to get a decent. Nobody's telling me either. Nobody's telling me I'm up wrong camera. Might be worth disconnecting screen and keyboard and bits in case they are put in short. And yeah, I'm going to do that next. Everything's just really tight and compact in this, with being a small form factor one. Yeah, there's definitely notes on that side, what I can see. So let's just disconnect a few of these bits and bobs. Right, move out of the way. Right behind the desk. Don't want to run her over. Let's pull some of these whatchamacallits out. Get that one out. These got to come out anyway. I'm checking board out. Certainly tight. It's certainly tight. No streamer bot, isn't it running? Oh, put it running. Let's have a go. I thought I'd set it to auto. Something popped up. Don't know what that was. No, it weren't running. Good point, Andy. That should now be running. So if you try ice, ooh, don't know what's come across there. Get rid of that onto there. Minimize that down. We should have a doggy barking if we try icing. There we go. There we go. Oh, oh, there we go. My little pooch is barking a nugget off. Nugget off. Thank you very much. Change the scene. A dummy. Oh, but is here. It has arrived. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No, it's not you. It is not you. I don't know what's wrong with you. You've been out for a week. You've been out for a poo. You want to go park. I know exactly what you want, but it's not 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. My brain cell's not working. Let's disconnect this one. I'm going to take battery out. Just give me a little bit more room to manoeuvre. I've got a BMW dashboard console, something coming in later. That's failed. Apparently, it was driving and it just went off. I'm hoping it's a short. See what that is. Add command like give the dock power. I do need to. I've got the Andy kindly logged in the other week with me to do AnyDesk to set up chatbot or whatever, streambot, and I videoed what he was doing. And once he'd finished doing that, he then showed me how to do StreamerBot. I've got the video, so I will set some bits and bobs up at the time. And MK kindly clipped me saying something as well, which I have saved as well. He put it on Discord, and I've saved that file as well. So there are some plans to do that. It's just getting time in the day. I think we all can agree that time's always short when we start doing things. I find it really confusing to say Andy's a god on it. He's amazing. But I think we all agree that Andy's amazing. Andy's amazing. And as it says on Nathan's channel, Andy's the best. They're different, aren't they? What they're for? Don't know. Right, so we've got a CCD, which I would imagine is the capacitive touch display, whatever. And we've got a TSFHD, which I would imagine is the touchscreen full HD. Let's get that little bracket off there and disconnect those. Put that with that. Oh, that should just now pop up. EDP and CCD. So Get moved about anyway. Yeah, I think the command's what you can add it being a mod. I think it just does it for text input or text output stream, rather than the other bits which make noises and whatnot, I think. The people who build these is, you know, when they do it day in day out, I'm gonna have to lift that up. I just cannot get that little one out there. Come on, come on. That's that one out. Any more little fan will be fine. It won't be fan short in it. That's fan. Those are out. That's out. Let's just, for argument's sake, stick the just take the Wi-Fi card out. Can't add emotes. No, that's sold on anyway, so that's not going anywhere. So might as well leave that off for the time being. Let's see if it's still doing the same sort of thing with the current draw. So moving up to welcome 5. It's not going to go negotiate any higher. I've not got any keyboard in, so it's not going to do anything other than that. So we're still showing that. And I bet you any money we're still showing the short on here. Get that down to continuity, and get that one there. No, that's get a good ground, and I bet we've still got a very short. What I'm going to do is just whip this board out because we're as close to getting it out as we should be, so we might as well just whip it out and see what's what. Just a picture of foot screws. Get it out, get it out. Get your board out, get your board out, get your board out for the lads. Board, not ball. Dog's getting all excited because she thought I said ball. Just for people in chat, Ben, because nobody else can hear me. Yeah, give the dog a bone. Oh, wow. I do like that one. I like that one. Give the dog a bone by hitting the like button. Thank you very much. I do like that. I posted oh no, I didn't go live until, is it tomorrow or Sunday? Forget that. I was going to ask, did anybody see the video about the screen replacement? Because I've put background music on it. First time I put background music on it. And I just wanted people's opinion. What's people's view? Do you know if they watch a VOD? Whether they want some, because I don't know if you're aware, I've done some how-to videos and things like that, and they seem most popular video is me changing a battery in a HP laptop. So I'm trying to do them as informative, educational things. But what's people's thoughts? Do you think background music is a good thing? It's only at a very, very low level, and it's just probably a bit of chill music. I think it's like guitar more. It's only instrumental, no vocals, so it's not ravey music. What's people's views? Do they prefer a bit of noise in background, or would they prefer just audio and quiet? I'm a bit undecided whether it's right way or wrong way. Yeah. Bit of REM. REM. Yeah, I just think it just takes the takes a bit of the coldness off the video, I think. Sorry, I've just knocked the camera out of the way with my hand right next to me. Right next to me. Sorry about that, gents. Go back to Zoom 2. But yeah, I think it takes the coldness off the video. Rather than having gaps of complete silence, you've got a gap of very, very undertone music. Yeah, it does divide. I think it just does divide a lot of opinion. A bit like Marmite, isn't it? I love it or hate it. Fans have got to come out. Yeah. Well, I looked at royalty-free music. And you know what it's like. First 20 websites you go to on Google say you can get royalty-free music here because I want some 20 minutes in length. By the time you've signed up and logged in, you then realise, well, they don't offer up for 20 minutes, and stuff what they have got is absolutely terrible and only lasts 4 seconds. A bit like me in bed, I promised 20 minutes and only lasts 4 seconds. So, yeah, a bit disappointing, and I'm on about the music now. Well, it could be either. But I'll see how it goes with that. So I'm holding it down. But them 2 cables there. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. A multilingual, appealing to my. It's just easy because I've now got, because I've never had a Google account, but I've got a Google account in a YouTube account. So it's just easy, I find, just to go log in with Google, and then they've just got you back short and curly, don't they? You just log in with Google with everything. Something in that corner which does not want to release. Better. Still something there. Oh, bit of a. Is that a sticky pad or is that some type of liquid? No, it's a sticky pad. It was stuck here. You can just see. Just looks a bit white. But it's definitely and it's out. The little gaming laptop thing I did a couple of weeks ago now, the one where we had a power short and exchange MOSFET and whatnot, and then something else blown and something else, you know, the one with all the buttons and whatnot. I don't think any of it's seen before. He picked that up, and a Rover Moon that we got it working because he had it somewhere else. It turned out, had it to two other places, and they couldn't repair it. So it was over at Moon that it was working. And he says, I honestly didn't think you'd be able to get it working. I went, well, that made 2 of us. But yeah, I absolutely over Moon with that one. So that were a good result with that. Good result. I can't really see. There's definitely no melting heat spots on here. Yeah, can't see anything which is melting. Now the coil is down this side down here, which is shorted. Yeah, just lots of wrinkles, a bit like me. That's why I don't do have a face cam. Lots of wrinkles. Oh, see if I can slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. Bit of cha-cha slide. Just going back to James's comment about music and saying bitter RM in the background. There's a TikTok video. I'd imagine it's on other platforms as well, and it's the Everybody Hurts, but he does it. They've literally stripped all the instruments out, so it's completely a cappella. We were obviously singing it with instruments, but AI has managed to strip the instruments out, so it's completely a cappella, and it is so good, so good. Really quite eerie and spookily good as well. On how good it is. Yeah, it comes to us all, doesn't it? Squirtworms. The old wrinkles. I am unashamedly. I shave twice a week. It's a pain in the backside. I don't know if all men must find it a pain. I don't know. I know some of us don't shave, but I just don't suit a beard. But I use a moisturiser when I shave, and I've done for a lot of years. And one of the reasons I don't like shaving is because I find it tiresome, as in it's just a pain to do, but it's just uncomfortable, you know. Just uncomfortable. The hardships of being a man. Hardships of being a man. Yeah, but moisturiser have done nothing for my radiant coat. Ooh. Oh, that's just wet fan, isn't it? My complexion. Yeah, I use After Sun actually with aloe vera in, because I find it a lot better. There you go. There's a fashion tip for you. You didn't think you'd be coming here for fashion tips as well? I'm gonna have to tack a wire down there to solder iron up and running. Let's get a bit of cable. Yeah, I don't buy into moisturiser as in as a beauty thing. I buy into it just for the fact that I used to wet shave. I don't know if we're having a serious conversation or not here, but I'm going to rant on anyway because I've got microphone. Hey, the power of being in charge. I used to wet shave, and it was just an absolute, yeah. I used to cut myself to ribbons, didn't like it. I used to avoid it, and I've moved on to an electric one now, which I swore blind I would never do. But I've moved on to one of them, and I do find it a lot better for that. Right, let's get this wire tinned up, and then I can get this onto the back. Oh dear me! What do you want? Unless you tell me what you want, I can't tell you what you want. She's sat here and she will not move. There you go. Look at her for a bit. Who needs to look at me? Look at dog instead. I'm only doing boring soldering. What you can see every day at week on YouTube. Believe me. No, amazing. She just keeps saying, "Well, just come over here and look at me." I use kitchen. Yeah, she's the good luck charm. Yeah, mine's a rechargeable one for my shaving escapades now. Hear her whining. I don't know if you can hear that. She's a really vocal dog. She does. On a morning when I get up, I walk into kitchen, and then she's got her own dog pen. So I walk into kitchen, and then through the door into utility room, and then she can go into a pen. So on a morning I'll go, hello, and she'll go, hello. A PD adapter for laptops. I need to buy one. I'm just gonna let her go outside once more, gentlemen. Just give me 2 ticks. She don't usually this attention seeking. She's usually a pretty chilled dog. So I'm just gonna kick her out for 2 ticks, 2 ticks. But I just need to go through the house. So just entertain yourselves and talk to yourselves. One moment. Go on, dog. Go on, outside. Outside. Go on. No, I know what you want. Let's get down, let's get down, let's get down to business. Right, I'm back. Oh, look at that. Just because I popped off to let dog out, we're dropped from 8 viewers to 5. How dare they? How dare they? Let's have a look at this. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm excited, thanks. Guess you good now. Your shit is finally getting fixed. In pain. Cracked your rib. Oh my gosh, how you done that? Fell off a bike. No recommendations. What are my recommendations? Sorry, what did you want? A PD? What's a PD? Struck the throttle and threw off my bike. Is that an electric bike or a motorbike? Gasoline powered one. Power delivery adapter. You mean like a power supply? Am I, or do you mean an anchor one, like Worms is suggesting? Ouch. Anchor. I never use a. I've got several power banks. If you want a power bank, Andy, I don't know if that's what you're meaning. I have got several power banks. Happy to send you one down if you're wanting a power bank, but I don't think that's probably what you're pertaining to. Pertaining. Look at that for a good word. Put this side. Got a bit of a blobber sold on there. Wow, 60 bloody pounds they are, dear. Anchor ones, but these are. I was looking at hot deals for Black Friday event, and Anchor's got a promotion running, and there were mixed reviews in it, I must say, where they were saying that you could buy one of their mystery bags for, I don't know, 30 quid, let's say, £30, and it could have up to £1,000 worth of Anchor gear in it. I know this is a thin gauge wire, but yeah. But a lot of people are saying all they did was get a power bank. So if they are giving power banks away in those as a cheap and affordable thing, it might be that might be worth something to look at if you're thinking of an Anchor power bank. Morning, Ace. Good morning, Ace. I'm right in thinking Ace is one of our Down Under friends, isn't he? Alti. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get this flipped over. Still learning the names. Still learning the names. At least we can get a decent ground now. Don't let that anywhere else. I'm on now. So that's me. So a deer, a female deer. If we've got a decent ground, we have a decent ground. Good. Don't want a power bank. I need it for my amp meter for laptops, etc. Currently using a switch charger that only goes to 15 volts. Oh, is it just a? Are you on about just a USB-C charger? I've got loads of them. If you want one of them, I can send you one of them down if that's what you wanted. You mean like one of these sort of things for a laptop? I might just be a bit slow here, but yeah, I've got them. If you wanted one of them, I've got. If you can see, ooh, wrong place. That one over there. That's full of different laptop chargers and whatnot, and I will have several USB-Cs in there if you want one. I can pop you one down. Oh, right, okay. Much. Let's just cut this current down a bit. We don't want to be banging that much into it, do we? I'll do. Let's get this one back. Do you know what I'm going to do? Is just try the whatchamacallit again, the one I've just dropped on the floor. Oh, where did that go? Try this one. Alti, I post a link in my Discord. That is a decent one. No idea. Right, let's have a look under this camera again. This is back to the sorry guys, let me get my telephone out because it is ringing. If I can remember how to mute this. I'll just that was a nice quick one. Wanted his iPad been repaired, but don't do iPads. So we are back on here. Let's get my clip on. There we go. See if this is pulling any. Oh, cable's not overreaching, so that's good. Right, so this is can't see anything particularly getting wham. That's just reflection. That's a metal plate, that where a fan is. Yeah, I can't see anything on there. Now, let's go back to Old Trusted. Can't get my head around using that. Let's go back to Old Trusted. Thermal camera. Heat reflection. I find this better because you can put this on screen so you guys can see. You guys can see what's what. A bit more interactive, isn't it? Ground pad. I just realised what's up with dog. We keep her LEAD and BALL right at the other side of my office, and because I walked by it this morning, she stared at it and thought I were taking her out. So I think that's what it is. So there's nothing on there getting wham. So let's just knock the current up a little. Go to an amp and see if anything's coming to life now. Have a heat spot there, do we think? That's my magic thing. No, I think that's... There's certainly nothing on there which is showing up as, but something's drinking an amp. What's gulping that down and not sharing it? Do we a bit of heat? Let's try it on the side of the board again. Morning, Dave. Have you got your snow yet, Dave? We've I've just got it in my neck of the woods. Just let the pooch out, and it's definitely a little bit snowy. was talking to somebody the other day, and they were in Bradford, and what morning were it? Yesterday morning, they woke up with 4 inches of snow outside. But if anybody doesn't know Bradford, it is quite hilly. You could live on top of a mountain. It is quite hilly. So what we're looking at on here for the 4,642 people that are watching, we've got a direct short on that coil just there where we've tacked a wire on. And we're just injecting some current via voltage just to see what is what. Good thing CPU's not getting wham. I'm currently injecting 1 volt and 1 amp. Both sides of the board. So apart from where I'm injecting, there is nothing at all getting wham. Hey Juice, don't make me better. Is that Jude? Hey Jude, don't make me better. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How do you like your eggs in the morning? I like it with juice. Just ice today in Wakey. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I'm probably about 40 minutes away from you, and a little bit further down and in. But yeah, we've just had snow, very very light covering, but yeah, just had a tad of snow down here, so it might be working its way up. I actually went to your neck of the woods for the first time, really, because I was born there all them years ago, and I went and I really enjoyed it. In fairness, we went to I've been twice now. I walked around city centre, or town centre. Is it a city? I'm not too sure. Because we can jump on the train. It's like 15 minutes on train. It's crazily close. And it costs about £6 on train. It cost me more to get to the train station in a taxi than it did train to you. Crazy. Right, there's nothing on that side of the board. So, right, gentlemen, what do we think? Let's have a consensus. We've got 4,582,642 people sat in chat watching. We've got most of the population of Earth and the gold solar system. Do we up the voltage or up the current? We're at 1 amp and 1.2 volt. It's a city now. Yeah. Up the current. Yeah, I'm thinking up the current. I'm thinking, yeah, up the current. Whoops. Let's up the current. Let's just find a ground and let's wipe the current up. Here you go, 1.6 amp, and see where that gives us. See if that gives us anything else. So we'll flip back over to thermal camera. Yeah, I'm just wondering whether upping voltage a little might just help if it's on because it's quite a big inductor, that, so I'm imagining it might be something like a 5-volt line, but I don't know what that powers, because I mean there's some big capacitors right next to it as well, but there's just none of them which are just nothing. Well, we've all seen from thermal camera, but anyway, we've got 1.6 amps now. Get a ground. We are drinking current. We're drinking it all. Yeah. Well, we're at 1.6 amps, so let's see where that goes. It's got to be a close by short with it dropping voltage so much. Is it dropping voltage down to? I don't think that's a heat spot. I think that's reflection. But there is something that's probably... Ooh. Is that a heat spot there? No, that's a ground pad. That's a ground pad. That's the coil where I'm injecting at. Yeah. It drops to 0.4, so it's got to be a close by one, isn't it? That's why it's dropping so much voltage. Because it's maxing out the current, isn't it? So it's eating into the voltage. Am I right in thinking that? Just nothing on the... I will flip it over and have a look. That's where I'm injecting, just onto a heat shield. I'll flip it over and see if there's anything on the other side of the board. Yeah, nice ground planes. At least I've got somewhere to clip onto now. Wouldn't be toothbrush into line. That's USB port. That's the heatsink I'm injecting to. Remove the coil, see what... Yeah, let's have a look at that then. Let's whip the coil off and see what's what with that. I'm turn my heater down because it's a bit warm in here now. Better. Tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. Use mine. Got some illumination on it. Why put it right next to things like this? You did look cold yesterday in your shed anyway, Andy. Right, so if we can just prise that up a little bit by heating and... This laptop, by the way, yeah, dogs agreeing with me. This laptop is, that's off the board, isn't it? Is just over a year old. He checked the receipt, and he bought it in September last year. Just over a year old. So yet again, it's something just out of warranty, which we've seen a few of these recently. Right, so it's not that side, so it must be. There we go. Ooh, that's because it's a bit warm. So it's the left-hand side, which is, yeah. Now push on with probes. We've got that. Good morning, Chill. Charles. I think it's Charles, isn't it? So it's this side. It's this side. If there's any casual viewers sat in chat, a like and a subscribe would be useful. Thank you very much. And you might just get your name on screen if my stream bot is working correctly. So it is that side there, as you can see. Which is that? They're obviously ground. That's the touch panel connector. Can't really see where. But I've not got a short. This side's fine. This side's 500 ohms now, so there's not a short there. It's this side where there's a short. So I'm just thinking, if I inject, I'm trying to see where that pad goes to, that track. I think that track goes to. Not there. 0.5, 0.3. So they're all on the same track. Is that test point there as well? Yeah. So I can use that test point to inject to, can't I? Yes. Let's get back onto thermal camera and let's. Yeah, I'm gonna inject onto that side. I'm gonna inject onto that test point there. If we can zoom down onto that. Zoop. I'm on split screen. See if we can zoom down there. I'm going to use the resolution. Probably going to be absolutely horrendous on that. There's a test point sat down here, so I'll inject onto that and see see where we go. Yes, dog. And my dog is definitely vocal this morning. Get that back out. Yeah, so you can disconnect them both. Yeah. So we can we'll inject there, see if anything comes up. If it doesn't, we can disconnect that and then test the short again, and then that should start isolating it down even further to where it is or whatever. God, I can't even get this on this morning. Wow, get in there. Give the dog a bone. I do like that, Worms. I do like that. Yeah, give the dog a bone. Get onto the correct one. I need my microscope down here at 1 tick because I can't see where I'm injecting. That one there. Get my thermal imaging camera. It's drinking the same current as it was before. There's definitely nothing there which is coming to life. That's CPU, that's fine. Do you know when Uncle Sorin does this? He just makes it look so easy. Let me tap my wire back onto that little contact there, if I can remember where I put my wire. Come on, solder and warm up. It should be give the dog a walk. That's what it is. He gets to go for it. I need to stop saying that. I know every time I say that, you tilt your head to the side. I'm talking to her because she sat right next to me. Let's clip that down there. We have the draw. Come on. Ah, that's fine. It's come off. It's good from the ground. Fell off. So we've got decent current draw there, and this is the wire's getting wound, but that's because of current. Onboard RAM on this model as well. Ooh. Now, I was getting excited then because I saw a couple of capacitors lighting up, but they weren't lighting up. They're test points, so it's not them. That's the heat shield for the fan. That's my earth. Not even picking up any localized heat signatures, apart from that's just the wire. So ignore wire. So we've removed the coil, we've narrowed the short down, and it's still not showing up. Should we just remove that solder blob to isolate half the board, and then we can see which side it's sat on, then, can't we? Let's get this off. And this should give us an idea on which side of the board is what. Come on, solder and warm up. Oh. Just get that warm up. Yeah, if we I'm just thinking we isolate this, we'll get this looked at, and then this should where's my braid? You mean put something down and you just can't find it? Found that sharp thing in there though. I want to stick my thumb in there again. There it is. My solder wick, because I need that instead of that. A bit of the old man juice on there. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. We've now stuck. Let me temp up a bit. Maximum temp. Come on. Crikey, that is definitely... It's the proverbial brown stuff on the blanket, that, how that's stuck. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come off, off. Need to just make sure they're not bridged. If we are disconnecting, we should be disconnecting properly. Yeah, they look disconnected to me. Yeah, it seems to be a clear gap around it. Yeah, cold room, cold board. Oh yeah, cause it's Singer, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't think of that, Oldham. Good point. Good point. Good point. See where we've got this short now. Back into continuity. We've got, yeah, that's a decent ground. Let's check. So we've still got the short. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, where? Right, so we are now in now. So we've got 3 there. We ain't now got a short on that on that coil. So this side should be okay. And that side should be shorted. Right. So it's something on this side. So that were useful. Yeah, other side. So we're getting there, aren't we? So there's no caps I can see imminently on there. So it's obviously on this big power rail, which is this one here, isn't it? So that's obviously disappearing down these vias and to the other side at board. Which is here. So it's main power rail, isn't it? And it just keeps disappearing back and through. I wonder if is there a separation gap there? Sorry, gents, just let me grab my telephone. I'll be one tick. Hey, dear me. Right. Sorry about that, gentlemen. We're back. We're back. We're back. This is the I'm sorry. Have I missed anything? Not the best choice. And it sounds weird calling me Oldham. It's Phil. Sorry, Phil. Sorry, Phil. Sorry, Phil. Phil. Is the other side? What's up with this board? It's got a direct short and it's just not powered. It's not negotiating anything via USB-C from 5 volts. It's got a short on this inductor coil down here, what we've removed, and we've kind of started moving it around. Just looking at this, gents, if we look at this here, which obviously goes through these little collection of vias here, to this side of the board, which comes up here and joins on here, that obviously goes all the way around the board to different points, as we would expect. But am I missing something here? That looks like that track goes underneath here, and then does the track join up there? Is that you don't get an inductor on ground, do you? But it looks like, that's why I was holding it round when I was on the phone. It looks like that track there is soldered at multiple points, because I presume that's solder. But it can't, because you won't get an inductor on ground, and then it'll be a joint here. I must just be, there must be, I can't really see whether there's a, that's what I was trying to see, whether there was a gap in the, there must be a gap in the track. Yeah, a bit more light down there. Yeah, there is. Is that a gap or reflection? Yeah, there's a gap. Yeah, there is. You can see that back leg there. The track does disappear under here. But the anchor points are definitely not on the same track. There's a tiny little gap in the track. Yeah, that threw me a little bit there. It did that. Is there a board number somewhere? Yeah. That's the board number. I presume that's the board number. GD031 LA LO71B. Hello 71P. 2021. Must have been in stock a while if he says he only bought it a year ago. Unless that's design at board. I don't know. Let's zoom all the way out. Let me just test that we've got some continuity then. Dog, move. You need to stop laying behind me. Yeah, board memory. I know why they do it, but I think we all agree it's not the best idea, is it? It's a bit like shoes for pigeons. Good idea, keeps the feet warm, but do they really need them? Probably not. Let's zoom out a little bit, because the horrendous resolution of a 4K camera when you're zoomed in that far. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a scratch on there, just so I can get an earthing point on it, a test point on it. I'm just going to test the continuity now between that point and ground, and I'm hoping it beats. Yeah, unless you're selling laptops and they're stealing every last little penny off you. All about maximising profit. Again, it's one of the things, we all know why they've done it, we just don't agree with it. This coating is nice and thick. They should have spent a little less on coating and spent a little more on RAM. Yeah. So that is our point on here. Let's just get a ground again. I mean, that goes off everywhere, that, isn't it? But it looks like it's going back up to that coil there. And there's definitely no short for that coil. So the good thing is, I suppose, I mean, the CPU's got a 40 ohm short on it, but I'm happy with that. We're not going to get upset with that. Yeah, so I don't think it's CPU related, which is always good. Let's good morning, Tony. Morning, Tony. Let's inject a bit of voltage to that point on the back, and see if we can see anything. At least we're now identified a little bit further. Now we've started cutting little pieces off, so we're not injecting all over the board. So Tony, have you organised the celebrity boxing match between you and Uncle Sorin then? I think that'd be a good way to resolve this camera issue. What do you reckon? It could be an undercard for Saturday night's one. It's still a touchy subject. Repeat again slowly. I was being sarcastic. I was being very sarcastic, so I will not grace it with a repeat. But yeah, I was just being sarcastic. Let's inject a bit of voltage here onto that point there. Oh, I can't even clip it on. Where'd I put my thermal camera? Get my macro lens on. See what's what. I seen. Yeah, if you look, it's superb, this. Ooh, that's that heat sink. That is the only thing what's getting warm. Is the great? I mean, you can see it down here in right hand side of the screen. That's the heat sink. That's the only thing what's generating any type of heat. Oh, what's that? That's a little bit. It's reflection. I'm really grasping at straws here, gentlemen. Really grasping at straws. I'm going to up the voltage a little bit to 2 volts. And just see where we go with that. Because there's no point in us keep repeating the same thing. That's definition of insanity, isn't it? Again, that's the heatsink, bottom right hand corner, you'll see it on screen. That's the heatsink which is generating that. Uh, 1AL WP. Nah, I've still got the short. Still got the short. You're going to have to explain that to me, Carthor. I'm not sure what that means. Voltage roll should be 1. Okay, we'll lock that back down then. Yeah, 1.2. 1.1 to 1.2. I'm pulling current, but I'm just at a loss. There's nothing at all apart from... Is that a heat spot in the middle? Get the macro lens on. I will try and get this under camera as well. So we've got a few different views here, gents. We've got microscope view, top right, and thermal left hand side, and obviously terrible one there. Let me just see if I can highlight whatever is pulling a little bit of heat source here, which I think is somewhere around where my finger is now. Wow. If it's one of them two. I would max the current. Do you reckon? Max the current? I can go up to, I think, about 5-6 amps depending on voltage on this supply. I can kick the ampage up a little bit. Let's just connect them two together and see. Let's see what 4 amps gives us then. That's not max. I can still go a little bit. I've got a bit of overhead in that as well. I think I might start running into limitations at wire because I've only put quite a thin gauge wire on here. As we are aware, I'm going to hold it roughly to where I was before, where I thought, yeah, the wire might start to warm, but it's obviously going to transmit some of it to board. You can see wire's warm there, but I can always change wire for a thicker one if needed. There's nothing I can really see apart from reflections again. Ah, ha 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 ha. That's a bit more interesting up here, but that's other side at board. Oh, we have a chip there, and I can see what chip that is. I know you can't yet, but I'm just going to confirm that it is there, which is getting warm. Then I'll put microscope on a little bit better for us to see, because that chip should not be interesting if it is that chip, but that chip should not be causing the problem, I want to thought, on this. Clip that back on there, get my ground wire, which is here. Touch my no, it's not what I was thinking it was. Back onto the macro lens. One thing I don't like about this, you've got to position macro lens each time you use it. I don't think it is the EC chip. I can't even see EC chip on here. Unless it's hiding, but I don't think it is. No. There is a heat signature, but that's the BIOS chip I'm looking at here. Can you see that top of that square? That's the BIOS chip. Let me take current away. And on the other side at board in the same locale, yeah, something should be getting warmer than 25C. Surely. That's other side where 27 degrees on this side. But it's not one of the components, it's an empty part at board. It's whatever's under that shield. Whatever's under this shield, if we look under the scope. whatever's under that shield there is what's generating that. Yeah, gotta be. But strangely enough, there's one of them shields there, and there's one of them shields there. That, I would imagine, it's power management chip. That's PD controller, isn't it? For the please don't tell me they're soldered down. You gotta tell me they're soldered down. Yeah, they're soldered down, aren't they? Yeah, soldered down. And there's a plastic connector right near it. Fortunately, there's nothing on the other side of the board. Audio. You think that could be audio under there? Just for argument's sake, I'm just going to give it a wet round there, because it was right on this corner down here where it was. We can get a bit of glare, so at least we can see the liquid. Get our positive wire connected back up. Get our negative probe. So let's just stick a bit on when it's got a drink. Yeah, it's not any of the components around there. It's definitely something under there. Definitely something under there. What is getting a little bit warm. Don't think we've got any other choice, have we, apart from to take the cover off. Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, is there a PD controller for each USB-C port? Because obviously, board has a USB-C port either side, but they wouldn't interact with each other, would they? Because there's obviously, all on shot. There's obviously a cover at both sides. This one which is heating. This one doesn't seem to be heating. Yeah, I've checked the ports. Ports look fine. If you mean in the internals at ports, yeah, they look fine. I checked them the other day. There was no there's no real visible damage in them. On any legs or anything. I'd had them under microscope and looked. But yeah, so it's, I can make sure I get this right way. What? What? So we've got whatever that is, and we've got a BIOS chip there. Yeah. Windbound, it's BIOS chip. Yeah, agreed. Slide to the right. We've got another BIOS chip and that. I know it could have a backup BIOS. Why would they put them at opposite sides of the board? So you've got a cover and a BIOS chip, and a cover and a BIOS chip. Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? It's like they've just copied and pasted and just put one at either side, because they're very similar Which one is bigger? I don't know. Just 1 second ago, I'm just respond to that customer. Yeah, which one is bigger? Oh, thanks for the hearts. Whoever's done that, it doesn't show me on screen, but thank you very much for the hearts. Just seeing that. Which one is bigger? That is a 25Q 80 DW1G. I would imagine same chip, identical chip. That's going to be audio controller there. That'll be Realtek audio controller, and don't recognise what that chip could be. I just can't understand why they've got 2 main BIOS chips. I'm going to take that. Yeah, take that cover off. I've never seen 2 BIOS chips before. Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen them on laptops before. Oh, sorry, I'm I-seen into it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that one's a 25 thing. This is where we've got the heat spot under this side. BIOS chip. Not sure what that chip is, but on the other side we've got exactly the same BIOS chip, another cover, but we've got the Realtek audio chip there as well. So yeah, I have seen. I bet that's the same. Yeah, that's the same chip there, whatever that chip is, as what they've got sat down on this corner at board down there. There's got to be some logic behind why they've done it. I'm just not 100% sure why they've done it like that. So you do get dual BIOS chips. Yeah. But often it's usually a different style of chip. It's not usually the same type, is it? It's not impossible to have the same type, I suppose. But yeah. Nose into, yeah, a bit strange. Right, I'm going to try and get that off best I can without damaging the what's the floor there. So let's see if we can get a little shroud cover over there. Not really going to like this one. Let me cut on tape. Let's see if we can pop this shroud off without cooking and frying everything on the board. Not guaranteeing anything, but we will give it a shot. Sorry, gents, I'm just going to hold this on my knee one tick whilst I stick this tape around here extremely badly, just to give me a little bit of, I don't blow it away when I put the air on. Can't see anything else in vicinity which is going to get damaged. That's metal, so we're okay with that, even though it was plastic. Morning, hot cows and Bitgo. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Jason Manford is in the building. Let's whip that off then. Let me get my thermal camera out of the way. Let me make sure I have my Atom station turned on. It's not turned on. The plugs are down the wall. If you're wondering what we're doing, gents, that makes 3 of us. This board's got a direct short on one of the coils, so we've kind of tracked it down to a very, very minor heat spot sitting under this shroud. But it's confusing because it's kind of duplicated the board from left to right with 2 fully fledged BIOS chips and whatnot. So yeah, we're going to whip this off and see what's what. Anyway, get a bit of air under there, and let's find my pliers, not my pliers, my tweezers. Oh, that heat is lovely. I'll just sit here all day with this on. Oh, they're blinking it. There we go. Give the dog a bone. Hit the like button. Hit the like. I hate second these covers off. They're just terrible, aren't they? If we can get that facing under there just to give it a bit better. Just so we're not melting the balloon out. That's good news, it's moving already. Let that cool down a tick so I can get my little trees under that corner. Here she comes. And she comes away. Perfectamundo. Not much help with getting that back on. I've just realised I've only ever took them off, never put them back on. Let that cool down a tick. Yeah, short on the 1 volt rail. Just while that's cooling down, I'll go back to the main shot and zoom out a little. This is a really nice Dell laptop, just over a year old, just out of warranty, and it had a short just down here on this coil, direct short on this coil. So lifted the coil, short were on this side. We've unsoldered the blob of solder, which joins obviously the tracks, and it's on one of the power rails. So we've tacked a wire on the back here. Can't find it really under thermal camera, nothing's really coming to light, but what we did find a little bit strange is we have a fully fledged BIOS chip and heatsink cover there, and a chip there, and Realtek audio chip there. If we move over to the other side, I've got it covered with I've took the shroud off now, but we've got exactly the same BIOS chip and exactly the same power management chip down here. It's like they've just mirrored the board. I'm not sure why, but it's obviously it's got a backup battery. That's incredibly hot. So I'm just going to cool this down with my little blower. Turn this on. Number 1. Well, it's nice and cool because we're going to inject a bit of voltage under there, or inject a bit of current, should I say. We all know we can't inject voltage, we only inject current. As I keep flipping up and mentioning. Yeah. Give that a turn off. Balance that there. I love news. Is a Wi-Fi card built in? Yes, it is, Dave. It's built in. Oh, tuna sandwich. It's falconing. No, it I'm saying it's the Bitco 2. I'm just going to give that a quick visual inspection. See if there's anything under here which is showing a little bit. Yeah, so that's the cover we've took off, and the heat spot was about here. It was in the corner where it was generating. So there is a tiny little capacitor and a Don't know if that's a diode. That's that down there. And that's an Intel chip by the looks of it. Where's the blinking X remote control? That's not Wi-Fi, is it? Because Wi-Fi is above it. Is that Bluetooth, do we think? S2495T C6. That's got to be Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, we would think. Datasheet time, yeah. Oh, is that a JHL? JFix already knows. Thunderbolt real timer. Ah. So that could explain then, because obviously Thunderbolt integrates directly with USB port. Thunderbolt port. That could explain that. So let's have a look and see what. Let's get back onto the our delivery. It's going to knock current down a bit, because I don't think I'll need that much current. I don't want to give it that much current, should I say? Because we've got shield off now, so it might be a little easier to spot. So we'll just go back to thermal camera. And we'll just see if I can get it on microscope as well. Do a bit of voltage injection. Can you see heat spot just generating, gents? I'm pulsing that on and off just by releasing ground. You cannot see whether it's the... Let's give it a drink and zoom right down, see what that is. No worries at all, James. No worries at all. Right, that's about as far as I can go down without moving microscope now. Let's give it a bit of a drink. See how thirsty it's going to be. Let's just it's going to touch the inject the current. We'll just see if anything kind of put a bit of reflection on there so we can see the. I know I've overexposed that just to give us a bit of reflection so we can see the liquid. You can just see it moving slightly, but I'm unsure. I don't think it's that IC. That's 4 amps at 1 volt. Let's check resistance down there. Resistance, get the probes out. Scope. Yeah, I realise. Sorry, gents. Sorry. My mistake. You get carried away when you're streaming. I know we all do it. Because we're obviously changing what we're looking at and we're forgetting to change it for you, gents. So it's difficult when you're skipping backwards and forwards. Get myself a decent ground. Alright, so I've got a decent ground there. I'm right in thinking if that's ground there, at least I can use that as a ground. And we're looking at that should be ground. I will have a look what that tiny chip is, because it's definitely where that tiny chip is. That's mega ohms. I think it's that chip, because with it fluctuating up and down like that, would we say he's setting up a cherry pick? Oh yeah, you will be. Yeah, sorry, it's just clicked while you're setting a cherry picker up. I do need to get that small one. I said your name once. Yeah, let's see if I can see some identification on that chip. I might take that chip off and just see if the short disappears, because we've certainly got a short there. Yeah, I don't think there's anything printed on that. Oh, there is. I'm gonna just wind my scope now, so we'll get shaky cam. Put a few tickles while I get this down, and then at least we can get maximum magnification possible. Shaky cam, shaky cam, shaky, shaky, shaky cam, shaky cam, shaky cam, shaky, 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 Shakira. I wonder if the black marker pen trick will help on this little tiny chip. This is a tiny, tiny chip. I've got a really tiny one there. A real tiny one. Right, all angles, but let me get my eyeglass out and I will try and read it out. But I've got a funny feeling this will be a bespoke number. So 2 seconds, gents, and I'll stick this under my eye. Thank you. No, it was completely blank. Completely blank. 1 second, guys, because my phone's ringing. 1 second.
Okay.
Just 1 second, guys. Sorry.
So
Sorry, gents. My phone rang. So, yeah. So I'm going to take that chip off because I think we said that was something to do with the Thunderbolt real-time timer, and just see if the short goes. Worst case scenario, if I can't get one of these chips, it loses facility of the USB port on that side. But if the laptop works and I can't get a chip, well, at least he's got to work in. Do you know what? My fingers couldn't even melt ice today. They're that cold. They're freezing. So I'm just going to whip that chip off and see if we get rid of the short. Because that was what we would normally do. Get the air turned down a bit. Get this whipped off and see what's what. Yeah, when my phone rings, obviously just to bit like what Andy does, I just knock the phone off, the recording mic off, the streaming mic when the phone rings, just to ease it for customers. And resistance mode. Yeah. He's probably still climbing up the ladder, Worms. Still climbing. Yeah, it's I think we all suffer it, don't we, Dave, when it rings. It's just to make life a little easier, just in case. So I'm just going to test the see if the short's gone, because this wire's connected to where we've got the short. So we'll just get the probe on there, top right hand corner, and we'll just see if we've still got a short. Guess what? We no longer have a short. No longer have a short. Let's just plug the we know that one is probably not going to work. Let's just plug the USB-C in, just see if it's negotiating anything now. I know we've got a coil off and whatnot, but we'll just see. Probably not going to work without that coil on anyway, because basically I've disconnected half that track. It's not, and it's still pulling the same. I'm going to put that coil back on what we just popped off and bridge the whatchamacallit, what we disconnected as well, which was down this side. Get back onto microscope. Shake again, back up. And where did we put it? It was down this side of the board. Down this side, down this side, down this side. Get that on there. Get it focused in. So we've got to join that blob up and yeah, solder the blob and do that. Hey, thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. We've got half at battle now, one, haven't we? Turn the soldering iron off. Calibrate the tip. I don't know how it needs calibrating because I've been using it. Get my little bit of magic juice and put a little bit of magic juice there just to make it work a little bit better. Heat it up and push it down. Hot. Ouch. That's a bit warm. And just to make life a little bit easier, we'll put a dab on there. Solder. There we go. Give that a bit of a clean. Yeah, we've got a blurred view, but it's a view. I'm watching in Minecraft mode. Is it a little bit pixely? You need to change your service provider. It's them blinking service providers. I've got two SIMs on my phone. I've got an EE SIM and I've got a O2 SIM. I get 5G on them both. My EE SIM, which is about 18 quid a month, unlimited data, unlimited calls, unlimited everything. I get regular download speeds of about 180 to 200 megabits. Brilliant, where I am. O2, I get less than 1 megabit. Absolutely shocking. I have never been anywhere where my O2 SIM has given me any more than 1.2 megabits. It's absolutely damn right appalling. And that's even on my new iPhone and my old iPhone. It's pants. Absolutely terrible. Worst ones ever. I only keep it because it's £6 a month. And I get unlimited calls, unlimited texts, and I think 300 gig of data. I got two SIMs, EE and O2. I have turned off both network next masters. That's why I got one bar signal. It's, yeah. O2 is just absolutely dreadful. I mean, when I've travelled up and out country as well, it's still the same. Still the same. So I put the calls back on. This is the side that hopefully will now negotiate something. Now we've connected back up. So let's just have. Oh, look at that, gentlemen! Look at that! I didn't even say will it boot. We are getting a very hot CPU, so I'm going to take that off. Take that off. And just for argument's sake, I am just going to plug this back in just to see, because this might just work as a charging socket. Do we think? Result, that's getting hot as well, so we'll unplug that. So we've got rid of the short. Result. We need a whoop 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 I command, don't we? Where it's going, it's alive, it's alive, it's alive. I tell you, it's alive. I brought it to life. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it, Captain. Well, look at that. So the only thing left to do is upset the customer and say, we've mended your laptop. And just see if he's bothered about data on that port. I need to get that cover back on now, which is going to be a nightmare to do. I am not looking forward to putting that cover back on. There you go. Got a bit of conformal coating on there. Big doggy will be getting his walk. She'll be getting a stroke. She'll be getting a stroke. She's sat here good as gold. Good as gold. What's this? Who's he? What's this? You're getting all confused now. Up here. Say hello to him. Hello. Dog, close up. Sit. You know, she went, no, I'll just lick you. You taste nice. Yeah. Get your paw in here. Yeah, start working on that. There you go. What's her name? Her name is Maddie. Maddie. Maddie, aren't you? Yes. She's not very old. She's oh, what date is it today? I don't even know what date. It's her birthday soon. Tomorrow. It's her birthday tomorrow. But don't tell her because I've not bought her a card. Yeah, she doesn't deserve one. Gonna buy a cat. You gonna buy a cat? Yes. Right, get down. Get down. You've got all your timings all wrong. Fixed by Maddie. Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need. Come on, 17 viewers. Smash that like button and subscribe button. We've managed, if anyone is just tuning in, we had a direct short sat down here on the board. What we managed to detect, we had to lift this coil, get rid of a blob of solder to move power rail, traced it onto the back, onto this part here, all the way around to here. We've got one BIOS chip and a thingy bob there, and we had another cover here, and we traced it to this little controller chip right here, this tiny ickle one just here, and it's a Thunderbolt real-time controller that we traced it back to. Not really giving any heat signature out either. So yeah, took that off. Laptop's now posting. We don't know if it's booting, but we will try that and see what it is. So please hit the like and subscribe button. It's a good result, this. And we'll be home for tea. I'm hoping to get this wrapped up by lunchtime, and if Andy is still in chat, if you're streaming, it'll be a nice handover. I'll try and get it all done for 12 o'clock. So so if Andy wants to do it then, or whoever, seeing as I'm encroaching on his streaming time as well, boy. Let's get this cover back on. Not looking forward to that at all. It's first time I've put one of these covers on, so we will have a go doing this. Let's get back onto microscopal. Do we have any tips at getting these back on? Because obviously I've taken them off, but I've never put one back on. He's not taggable. Ah, it's probably not there then. Oh, he's got his shed man here, hasn't he? He's got his shed man here. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. To do that. Yeah. Anybody got any tips on getting these back on? Is it just a case of applying some heat and praying? Yeah, do what I did, just do it in reverse. Yeah, that's what I was thinking the same. Put it somewhere like that. I've not changed solder, but solder seemed to melt pretty easily anyway. Didn't seem too bad at all. Oh, because the solder's all blobby. Should suck into place like a component should anyway, shouldn't it? Making this worse. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You go that far and you just do that, don't you? I need my nails cut. I need to go for a manicure. Look at this. I was watching a streamer the other day and it looked like he'd been digging a garden. I mean, come on, it's the only thing we see of you close up, thankfully. And I just thought, wow. Wow. If anybody's interested, I'm contemplating. There are several reasons why I've not gone live with any. Take that off. Any face cams. Not for anything other than just not a pretty face to look at. But I'm contemplating getting a camera set up for it, and maybe getting a face cam on there. Do people think it'll be more engaging? It might be scary, so I might do something. See if I can get it all rigged up for maybe a Christmas stream or something like that. Oh, give me one of these. More I touch, more damage I do. Somewhere close. Burning in bloody blinking fingers. Sorry for the language. Dog and fireplace cam. Yeah, that'd be really nice actually. That's me. That's my other stream cows. Is the Gimp Mask one. That's my OnlyFans page. So yeah, you only get that if you're a true supporter. I think I just need to. Well, that must be soldered because that's hard. I am quite a distance off the board with the air, gents, and I've got it at 420. 420. Just to try and give it some. That will do. Do we think worms? Well, if it doesn't, at least we can revisit it, I suppose, can't we? I'm just going to give that a blow with my air gun. Cool it down. Stop worrying about the cover, yeah. Dog and fireplace, we're on a. She does. We need a Maddie cam. Yeah, we do. We need a dog cam. Oh yeah, I need to put UV resin on that other thing, don't I? Yeah, I'll get that done. Yeah, I very much doubt whether he uses Thunderbolt anyway. He might have just lost the ability for data on there, so it might just be one for data and one for charging. So if that's the case, that's the case. I'm going to cool that down enough just so I can just test it, see if it's still coming to life. Yeah, we've still got that, so they can't. Now, who said? Come on, let me just look. Let me look back on chat. So, Dave, it's fine. Worms, that will do. Dave, stop worrying about the cover. Oh dear, that's made me giggle. That made me. Oh dear me. I think we need to worry about the cover. I don't think it's. I don't think that's on. This is why we're going to get you to do this, Maddie, not me. Right, so we've had the practice run. Oh dear, that's really tickled me. That it really tickled me. So we know now how not to do it. Yeah, and I think that's why she's a bit like Lassie. She keeps saying it's just not right. It's just not right. It's that corner I can't get in. But it felt really stuck. In fairness, I'm not gonna deny it did feel like it were down. It did feel like it were down. I'm concerned that I'm going to solder that one to it as well. That just needs to be a bit further. You don't really need the shield. Good clip. YouTube. Do you know what? If I knew how to put a YouTube short on, that would be an ideal one. Look, we're all good. Oh dear me. Let me just see if I can get this lined up again. There we go. Right. Let's see where we're going with this. I'm going to blank dog this time if it doesn't work. Put that there a tick. See if I can get that under there just to try and deflect a bit of the heat. Get this back down. I don't want to put any flux in it because I don't want flux to go underneath and start making other things float. Not that I think it will, it's just I don't want to. Flux is expensive. My solder's melting in my tin, so it must be getting somewhere close on there, but there is a big chunk of metal, I suppose. Right, so let's that cool. I will give that, because I can see it bubbling here, so it must be bubbling there. We'll give that a shot. Let that cool for a couple of ticks before I turn it upside down again. Ah, dear. while that's cooling down a tick. Have a look at chat. Tony, yes. No, what I'd said, Tony, was jokingly and being very sarcastic. I said, like one of these, Mike Paul or whatever his name is, these YouTubers, when they had a beef against each other, they did a celebrity boxing match, and I said you and Soren should have a celebrity boxing match this coming weekend to sort this 8K camera issue out. It was just me, my poor attempt at humour. That's all it was, Tony. Me being sarcastic and everything else. So that's all. A celebrity boxing match. That seems to have got it. Let's just see if we're still working. Welky on. 20 volts. We are still working. Let me turn my thermal camera off because we have finished with that. Just move it out of the way. That there's firing talk, boy. That there's firing talk. Yeah, it was humour. It was humour. Shove that out of the way and see if we can reassemble all this black sticky stuff. I went on that side. Border. This went on other side. I believe I can fly. This went something like so. That'll be the holes for that. There. Not like that. Yes, dog. Yes, dog. Yes, dog. Hang this over the bench because it's floppy. Shouldn't have said that. MK will have that. Flip now saying that it's all floppy when I hold it like that. Can't get it in. An age thing. Push down best I can and then flip it over. See what this side's got to do. Nearly time for a walk. Oh, have you seen this? See if we can. Andy Moo, we're at park. Going to a walk. Where's your ball? Do you want to go for a park? Just, no point staring at your lead. You know exactly where it is. Going outside. Going for a walk. We've mended this. It means we can eat this week. There you go. Obligatory shot of the crutch. We're nearly done. Done. Oh, she's giving me all this now. They love walks. Yeah, she's a high mileage dog as well. Mention I take her cycling. I only do off-road cycling. From quite a young age, she's done it with me. But it wears her paws away. That's what we're doing. 15, 20 miles. So I've got some shoes that I bought for her. And this guy's got a cat because his cat hair's all over it. So whenever we go cycling, we'll go to different venues. Off-road cycling. She gets out of the car and she lays down straight on her back so I can get her shoes on. And she rolls over and then she sounds like a horse because obviously the shoes are quite a thick rubber with padding and whatnot. That one's what they use in the fire service for dogs. You know, when they're detecting humans and whatnot in places like that. And they're the same shoes because they're heat resistant and spike resistant and everything else. I bought the good ones. Yeah, I'm from America. But with them being quite thick and padded, there's quite a lot of foam in them. She just sounds like a horse when she's trotting, which is really funny. And then she caps out. If I get up to about, I can just get over 30 mile an hour on my mountain bike. It's not electric, not like Arthur. I have an electric bike, so I can on a flat piece I get up to about 30 mile an hour. Well, she tips out at about the same sort of speed as well. So if I go just above it up to about 32, she starts barking at me, but she gets so impatient. If we stop for a rest, she's just wanting to go. She just barks her head off, and just wanting to go. Get up and go. She absolutely loves it. Absolutely loves it. Let's just clear the old thermal crap off. Best 20 quid this customer's ever spent getting this repaired. Right amount of thermal paste on. Proper cycling, electric ones are motorbikes. Yeah, they are. I have contemplated on an e-bike a few occasions because it just, when you get to the wrong side of my age, it does get hard. Certainly going up some of these big hills. All right, coming down them, it's going up them, which is the hardest bit. And again, if you're out for a day, it's tiring. 20 mile and you're going up some of these hills. So I have contemplated it, and I was reading somewhere saying that they're actually better for your cardio with the electric bikes, because one thing which holds some people up with the cardio or their exercising is the fear that they're going to get too tired and not ride far enough, or get too tired and not be able to get back. So they tend to not underperform, but underestimate the distance they can go. But with an electric bike, you feel more at ease because you think, well, my electric motor will get me back. So you end up riding further and farther and longer. So you're actually in the cardio zone a bit more. So there is an argument to be said that e-bikes are better. But, yeah, I've not took the plunge. Mine was quite an expensive bike when I bought it, and I just thought, didn't know if I'm swapping to an e-bike, because they're not cheap things, are they, for something decent? Not something decent. Plus, I'm one of these who just think, if you're going out and you're cycling and I want to do it for my cardio and I enjoy it, I need to be tired. I need to get tired. I don't think there's out on that side of the board I need to worry too much about. I climb stairs daily. Yeah, I have my exercise routine. Up 1, 2, down 1, 2, and then other eyelid. From memory, as I recall, this side, the left side, was a little bit tricky because there was a bit of a glue spot down there, weren't there? Chat dog. Chat. Football, aren't you? Tripping over football. We have a flashing ball. She loves this ball. Flashes. Let's see that on camera. We've got several. We've got a glowing dart one, which looks brilliant. The glowing dart ball. Certainly, if you charge it up with your phone and throw it at night, it's like a firework going through the sky. It does look good. On trouble, she's a black dog, so you can't see her. But I've got a flashing collar for her as well. That illuminates. I did buy a headlamp for her as well, for when she was riding with me and it was dull and dark. That was quite funny watching her, because if I send her ahead, she'd run ahead as well. She'd run ahead, and you could then kind of gauge the terrain in front. But I only ride at night. I generally will try and ride 2 or 3 times a week. And where I am, I've got it's about 15 to 20 mile circuit that I can do, and probably about 90% of it is off carriageway, not off road as such, but off carriageway. So it does mean that you don't really come into contact with cars or people or anything like that. So it's through woods and tracks and whatnot. So it's really good. It's not hilly where I am, so it's not like I'm riding up and down big hills. But it's really enjoyable. But what is
what's really nice, you'll be riding through woods and you'll only be riding, I don't know, let's say 10 mile an hour, or 8 mile an hour, and you'll suddenly hear something, and you'll see it in peripheral vision. And I've got quite a few lights on the bike and a helmet light as well. So obviously, as you move your head, it moves the light, and you'll catch a glimpse of a pair of eyes, and then it tracks you, and it runs alongside, and you think, "Oh dear, oh dear." It certainly gets the sensors racing and going. Right, so they were all for the fans. So let's pop a couple of fans in just to hold it into place. That one must go over there because it doesn't fit there. Get that in there. Yes, Pooch, we are going out shortly. Yeah, that one in there. That one. Yes, if anybody has never tried it, certainly I would recommend giving a go at off-roading at night. It's really, really enjoyable. It's just a different atmosphere completely, because you don't see anybody. So you haven't got your dog walkers, you haven't got your horse riders and things like that getting it away. And it's just really quiet and still. Just everything looks, I know it's going to sound a silly thing, but everything does look different when it's dark. Even if you're familiar with track, it just looks a lot different and just feels different. Atmosphere and everything's just so different, and peaceful as well. And there's an area around here, and I'll ride to it. It's probably only hill round here, but from the top I can see right up to Emily Moore transmitter, which is one direction, which is probably at crow flies about 50 mile. So it's a distance away from where I am, and it's a high spot, so you can see a lot, and it's just a nice quiet thing, just getting up there and doing it. Just get that in there, get that in there. It's easy ones out of the way. Have you got your cherry picker done yet, James? Oh, 1440 back in business. Woo! I like going for night rides at 3 AM down trails. Yeah, spooky. Yeah, I did it through Sherwood Forest. It was early one morning, actually. It was about, it was not long after they opened, because I think it opened about 7ish, and I think I got there for when it opened. So I was probably one of the first ones, if not the first one on trail. And I didn't take dog, and I was riding down, and I stopped for a drink, and this deer, quite a big deer, stopped, I don't know, 3 meters away from me, just staring at me. And there's kind of two paths which or two trails which run parallel to each other. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, that's a big animal, because they're big animals. So I starts riding. Well, he kind of started running with me, and he only probably did it for 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, something like that. But it was quite surreal. He just matched me pace, and he kept looking over and looking in front, and I'm trying to do that. Yeah, it was quite a bit of a surreal thing to do that. I need to go on live chat, don't I? I forgot to put live chat on. I do like it when you get some wildlife. But yeah, I had a deer run with me. But you often see other bits of wildlife as well. You're gonna get the shiny head cam sticking in a minute, because I can't see for life of me these tiny little things going in. That's that one in. Hold it down, shove it in. Job's a fish. Give this one a shot. Yeah, bend it up like that. Oh, straight in that one. We're on a loop. Didn't even call a miss. Good work with the laptop. Thank you very much, James. Thank you very much. Good work with getting your signal back. I can see Emily Moore. Yeah, you're probably a lot closer than I am. Well, you are a lot closer. I'm probably, I say I'm probably mileage-wise, probably about 25-30 mile away from your city centre. Oh, was this when you cracked your rib, Carl, Thor, when you got stuck at 46 mile an hour? When you did the other day? Do you wear any protective gear? I wear just a helmet now and gloves. I've knocked myself out a couple of times when I've been doing the off-road cycling. You just wake up in a pile of brambles or whatever. So I've done that, and it kind of is a bit worrying when you're on your own, certainly at night. Some local morons around here decided to cut some branches and stick them pointing out over the track. So anybody coming around the corner on a bike would literally get impaled like a joust on it. It's just absolute lunacy. Fortunately, just before the corner, there's a dead tree across the pathway. So you've actually got to get off because it's quite a big tree. You can mount it and get over on your bike, but it damages your crank. So what I tend to do, it's near end at ride anyway, and you're a bit tired at that stage. I get off, lift it over, and then just start. So fortunately, where the morons, and you can only say the morons, had put them, it was straight after that, pointing down. If they'd have put them another 10 metres down, I'd have rode straight into them, or whoever were riding that track, because it's a known cycling track. And you just think, absolute buffoons. Beggars belief. That. But yeah. I was a teenager coming back from extra maths tuition when the deer came out at the roadside beside me. I don't know, was most startled, but ran away side by side down the road. Yeah. Some wildlife just seems a bit more inquisitive with us rather than anything else. No, just a helmet, Carl Thor. Yeah, that's helmet and gloves, all I tend to wear now. I try and wear shorts I've got some, is it 510s for my feet, which are brilliant cycling shoes, really, really grippy. Really grippy. 10.5s, I think they're called, Adidas, I think they are. You keep bringing me that ball. We can't go out until I finish this. I've told you, pooch. It's a pooch, it's a pooch, it's a pooch, pooch, pooch. Nearly done, nearly done. No, it's thingy ones up there. We're going to find it a little bit tricky. If there's anybody sat in chat who's not hit that like or subscribe button, very much appreciated. Small streamers like myself, I am chasing 200 subs. And I'm at I was at 190. Would love to get to the 200 before Christmas. And the regular following in chat has helped tremendously getting me there. So I do appreciate everybody sat there. And anybody new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Set those on, and then we can start screwing some of these screws down. Give the dog a bone. Very good. Yeah, then 510s, 510 shoes. They're really, if you've got any, you'll know what I mean. They are really good. The mistake I made, I went for the shoes and not the ankle boot things. So in wetter weather, you get really wet feet. But I would buy them. They're not the cheapest out there by any stretch of imagination. I think when I bought them, and I've had mine about 4 years now. I think they're about 120 quid when I bought them, so they're not cheap, but they're still thinking, but they are just so grippy, so grippy, and they've lasted really well. And what I like about them as well is obviously they're a reinforced base, so they're quite a sturdy base, aren't they? If you've had them, you'll know. And the insoles come out, and insoles don't get chewed up either, so that's always good. This one just don't want to. There we go. Let's got it in. I have got some very, very, very powerful lights on my bike. To the fact that I get scared of mountain biking now. You have to come with me, James, one day. I've got a couple of bikes. Take your mountain bike, and I know you do like the outdoors yourself, don't you? But I've got some really, really powerful lamps on my, or lights on my bike. Only small ones. Probably, I think one of my square ones can always grab it. It's only upstairs. I actually get if I ride on one of the places I've got to ride, takes me along a road for about 200-300 meters until I can get back into another wood, and I've got to turn the lights off because if I leave them on, cars flash me, because my lights are so bright. They are really good, and they've actually got a remote control which goes on the handlebars, so I can change the intensity, like high and low beam and whatnot. They actually is it is a high and a low beam. It's two separate elements in there. Well, not elements because they're LEDs, but yeah, I've got a thing for torches. I own a lot of torches. Yeah, I can dip mine. Yeah, mine actually angles it as well. It's just not a low intensity. It does drop the intensity, but it angles it. There's two sections. If I can show you. So you obviously get the full, like you would on a car. You get a full beam and you get a low beam. So this one's on most at time. When you put full beam on, it turns other on to give you more throw as well. I've got that one in the centre, and then I've got two at the sides, which are kind of static beams, which you can just alter intensity of, but I have them angled slightly. So I have my main one coming down, then I have two angled slightly, and when I'm in the woods I can spin them round a little bit more just to give me a bit of side illumination, and then I have a helmet one as well, which works really well. So I've got fans in, got that in, got that one in, got that one in, got that one in. Didn't have anything on there, didn't have anything on there, didn't have anything on there. And let's get that down, and then should be at a point of being able to I actually, you know, I was on about earlier about the reviews. I found a guy who'd reviewed it on YouTube, and only review I could find on the light completely was this guy, because I'd found it on AliExpress, the actual light. Well, I found it on AliExpress, and I found it on Amazon, and it was 170 quid on Amazon, an absolute fortune. So I read some of the forums on it, because there were a few forums, but I couldn't find any kind of reviews, and some people were saying that it's made by this particular company, and they sell this lamp under a couple of different brands, but it's exactly the same lamp. So I found it on AliExpress, and it was about 48 quid or something like that. It weren't dear at all, which anybody who bought cycle lamps will know that is not dear. And I ended up buying it. Honestly, it's tremendous, brilliant. I'd had some, because I'd had halogen ones with separate battery packs and everything over the years, but yeah, this one, and I've tried a few since, and I've never found anything which comes close. And it's probably, I mean, I can grab it and show you, but it's not big at all, It's I haven't got anything to put it. It's probably the same size as this case. It's probably half that case, in fairness, in length. Just brilliant. But it's so dense and well packed. Really well is. Clips on and off, got a quick release on it, USB-C charging, and whatnot, and it lasts, probably get about 3.5 hours out of it. And I had the ones with the separate battery packs as well. Been there, done that with a few. I've damaged quite a few over the years, because obviously when you fall off, handlebars tend to take the brunt of it to do that. Let's just get a couple of these in just to hold it down. I think these were silver ones. One in there and one in here, and then we'll test the board. We'll see whether what does Uncle Sorin say? Loading the windows, and we have picture. Look at that. I think that's everything. Okie dokie. Let's see. Let's zoom out a little. Zip. One USB-C port. Plug it in now. Move. we've only, this build will take longer than usual. It's pulling 1.2 amps at 20 volts. Probably can't see that too well, gents, but it is doing that. And we have picture. What do you think? What do you think? Classic motherboard. We have picture. Loading the windows. Picture straight away. Yeah. So I can't think of orientation at board whether that's the one we've took the thing out, but we will try both sides once it has booted, because I've got no battery, so I can't disconnect yet. So let's pop that off. Sounds good, sounds good, sounds good, good. Come on, 20 thumbs up and 20 likes for that. Got to be secured with, look at that. Look at that. I know we have picture. Let's just power off, which is that button there. Oh. Let's flip that to the other side. See if we repeat the process. So one of these sides has no Thunderbolt controller. Welcome. And we have picture. Upside down, but yeah, we have picture. Yeah, I think the Thunderbolt. I think he just may not have the Thunderbolt connectivity. I've not put for. I think it were Hot Cows or Charles who'd said I didn't bother with the coating on the UV coating, mainly because we put that big thick plastic sticky thing back over the top, so it's not going to short out anyway. We'll be fine with that. So we have picture. Look at this. It should load Windows. Oh, it won't load Windows because we took hard drive out, but it should go to BIOS screen. So I'll let it get to BIOS. We'll pop battery in, make sure it's charging battery. We're currently pulling 1.5 amp out of battery in. Wow, that knows how to go to town, doesn't it? How to have a party. Yeah, only after you tune a sandwich. Secured with Dell BIOS. Yeah, so we've got that. So let's just power that off. Come on, go to 0, go to 0, go to 0, go to 0, 0, 0. It's close enough to 0. Let's secure it down with, like going for a walk, dog. We've only go for a walk if we mend the lappy tops. See if we can get some of these little tiny screws in here. Oh, that's nice. And just warm quick. You've eaten that? Oh, right, okay. Didn't bring enough for everybody, though, did you? Selfish, that. What they used to say at school, look, you brought enough for everybody. Well, in actual fact, miss, I have. Does that mean we all can have some sweets? So that was moral of the story. If you were ever going to eat at school, you just needed to take enough for everybody and then you could eat. Never worked out like that. You just get detention then. Don't be cheeky. Being cheeky? You asked me a question, I've said yes. Show ingenuity. Locking my screwdriver bit. Oh, down here somewhere. There it is. There it is. There it is. Still whining, Pooch. Still whining. Soon, soon, soon. One in there. I do dirty techie. Oh, sorry. I do dirty techie. I thought you were being proposed to. I was selling cookies at school. I used to buy because we had a tuck shop. I used to buy multi packs of chocolate, candy, whatever you want to call it, and stand just near the corner of tuck shop and undercut their prices. I remember doing that, and I got into trouble for it. I weren't allowed to resell stuff at school. But yeah, I used to do that as well. Oh, let's get this hard drive in. Down there. Get that little special right in. Better. I suppose the question is, do you know if you could go back to your school days, would you? I don't know whether I would. I know they would say if you can go back to your school days and you know now what you knew, or if you knew then what you know now, it'd be better, but does that take some of the enjoyment away? You might do things differently, but I don't know whether it... I don't know whether it'd be for me or not. I used to sell PS1 copied games. Wow. I must say, James, I was working. When PS1 were out, I weren't at school. I do remember selling Chubby Brown cassette tapes that I managed to get hold of one, and everybody wanted it. So I thought, if I buy a load of cassette tapes, I can copy them. So I sold some pirated Chubby Brown. If you don't know who he is, he's a UK comedian, very, very, very blue comedian. But strangely enough, the stuff which were on them cassette tapes, I saw him a few years ago. He's doing exactly the same jokes. Yeah, no mortgage, no parenting, free meals. That's the alluring bit. No need to tidy up. No consequences. No responsibility. Do you know what? I'm selling myself it, aren't I? Selling myself it. We've got the hard drive in. Let's see if we can get this battery connected. Still don't like this battery connection. I'm sure there were a lot of negatives though when we were growing up, and we only seem to remember positives. So we're getting a charge current. We've got a welcome. Get it down there. One amp of charge current. In Batley. I was playing Fortnite last night, if it counts. Saturday mornings watching Dick and Dom in the bungalow. I saw Chubby Brown at can't remember, I saw him now. But yeah, it was just after he'd had a stroke, and everyone thought he'd come on drunk. I think he'd had a stroke like a week before, and it was his first gig back. So they were all giving him banter, and he actually said, look, he said, I'm not drunk. He says, I've had a stroke, and he was. You could hardly understand it, but it was the same jokes he were doing 25 years, 30 years before. On that one, which I suppose is all right if you like that. We're pulling 3 amps on this, guys, so I think that is safe to say that it is charging. Dick and Dom in the bungalow again, not my era, that one, unfortunately. What would be my era? Noel Edmonds Saturday Swap Shop. What would be my era? This is other port at other side. Let's just make sure it goes up to charging current, which is a 2.9 amp. And then we'll see if it powers up. There we go. We think we're cooking here, don't we? I think this one is a resounding success. We have picture. Let's disconnect the... I press there. Press something there. I don't know, press that. Working on battery. We'll call this one a fix. Let's get up to here. Make sure we get the Windows loading screen. Yeah. Oh. Never good, is it? Yeah. He's a bit like Jimmy Carr. He tries to fly close to the wind. Sean Lockwood's saying, and who's the other Scottish guy? He's the same as well. I can't remember his name. They're funny, but they do. It's whether you find it in humour or you find it insultive. Yeah, I'm good. I can't test it in Windows because it's come with BitLocker. Charging's obviously working. I don't know whether USB-C is working because there's only two USB-Cs, one at either side of the keyboard, JFix. So I don't know whether they're working. I'm going to try a Control Alt and it's delete touchpad. Oh, that works. Yeah. Don't like that touchpad idea up there. Please release the power button. We just need a few more seconds to shut down. Okay. Sorry, that's rather polite, isn't it? Rather polite. It's saying, what the bloody hell are you doing? Just let me go. Right, that's coming back on. Coming. 21 viewers. Do you know what? I remember sitting here at 19 viewers thinking, if I can get to 20 viewers, if I can get, and I've got 21 viewers. 21 genuine viewers. Just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. For anyone joining us, we have managed to diagnose, rebuild, and remove a little tiny IC, which is the... oh, don't want to show that fingernail. Oh, big hardening. Ugh. We've removed this, which is the... Thunderbolt real-time eye thingy, which we shorted out under a thing. We have picture. So let me see if we have the. Watch out, dog. Go to bed. Go on, give me away. Oh. No. No, we don't have a. We don't have a password. Let me just see if I did get one. No. So I can't tell a lie. He has given me the password because he's messaged me the password. So just one tick. I'm going to get a USB-C memory stick on my USB box. We will get a USB-C one out because I believe I have one somewhere in here. There we go. We've got a USB-C one. At least we can test it, see if that's working. Right, just ignore that. What you've just seen on there, you didn't really see a thing. These aren't the credentials you were looking for. Yeah, he said it suddenly went off. So I can't say for definite whether that was the case or not. So let me just get his number, which is that one, ends in that, and he sent me a text message, so I should be able to see what the test the USB-C ports. That one there, tap on there, and right, let me one tick. I will just log into this. Obviously I can't show you this section, guys. That. But I will confirm off camera if this is working. It'd be a nice result if it is. So unplug that. Ain't got a clue what's on this memory stick. So let's go to recycle bin and see if it's detecting my USB drive, which it's not in that side. If it detects it, oh, I think it did actually, I just didn't give it time. Right, it's detected it in that side, and it's brought up what's on it. It's obviously a boot drive, this. Gents, I'm just going to show you that. It's detecting drive. Detecting the drive on that side. Swap the sides. I am now on that side. And again, oh, it's touchscreen. Blinking touchscreen. There you go. Detecting on that side. So, I think. Thank you very much for the likes. 23 people all sat here. We've just managed to save this customer an absolute arm and a leg repairing this because he did think it was going to be terminal. Touchscreens are just the worst. I would never have a touchscreen. Chip wants to be wireless. You're not wrong on that. Yeah. So I think all in all, good result. That it does sound like it's the. I'm just going to shut this down. We are on battery and we're working on battery. Just make sure Wi-Fi's working because we've had aerials disconnected. Yeah, Wi-Fi's working. We've got 96 different Wi-Fi things. I don't know if it's like you guys. I think I've got about 13 Wi-Fi networks out here. Yes, so we're all good on that one. We're all good on that one. Thank you so much for everybody for assistance with this one. Nice result. Very happy customer with that. Very happy streamer. Very happy chat. I know it was an early one this morning. Kicked off, I think, just after 9 o'clock. 3 hour stream. Wow, 3 hours. 3 hours on that one. So yeah, but yeah, nice one there. Good result. It's always nice to keep something working. And he's a nice guy as well. For this one, so I'll ring him and give him the good news as well. Everyone have a happy day. I don't know when I'm going to be live again. I've got a couple of videos in the schedule. One for tomorrow and one I think Sunday. One's landing, but they're both DIY videos. One's fitting a SSD keyboard and battery to a laptop. Nothing. It's a DIY how-to video, and I think the one on Sunday is a screen, which I had to edit the video down. I think the video was about 20 minutes or 15 minutes, something like that. Believe it or not, it took me an hour and a half to fit this screen in this laptop. What a nightmare. I ended up having to edit video because I got a bit frustrated with it. It was just a nightmare. If it went wrong, it went wrong on that one. Battery connectors bent and all sorts. It was just not a good one. But that one's landing Sunday. But they are just how-to videos, nothing technical. Like I tend to save interesting stuff for the live stream. So yeah, have a good weekend, guys. If I don't catch up with you, it's probably likely going to be one day next week, not evening next week, that I may stream, but you never know. But I'm catch people in chat anyway. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe if you've not already done that. Very much appreciated. All have a safe weekend. Have an enjoyable one, and yeah, catch up soon. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Oh, don't forget, go see Andy if he is streaming. I'm not too sure whether he is. See you later, guys. Bye bye.